Hi everyone, so comfortable, would you say, coasting 3-1 win over Luton today. Let's begin first of all with the opposition, how their fans, first of all, filling all up at level 7, that was unreal support, wasn't it?
Credit to them. It was great to see fans. You know, Luton is not far, well, it's not local, it is quite a long distance away, so credit to them to bringing so many fans up there, and it was, you know, it is good to see that, especially from a small side, would you say, League 2 side, so yeah, hats off to them.
Absolutely unreal support, best away support in numbers I've actually seen at St James's Park, and I've been following the club for over 20 odd years, so absolutely unreal. Now the lineup, I mean, it was pretty strong. It was almost with the strongest side, but the exception of Freddie Woodman. How do you think Freddie got on the day?
Well, you know, he did make those mistakes. He looked nervous. I put it down to nervousness for him. You know, it was sad to see, really. But you know, in all walks of life, I'm getting philosophical here. We all make mistakes.
Here we go.
We all make mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes to put our wrongs right. And you know, he is a young lad. He's got about 10 years before he reaches the peak of his abilities. He'll learn from those mistakes and go from there. You know, I'm pretty sure I've got high hopes for him and for the future. He's proven himself at all youth levels at England, so yeah, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I think you're spot on what you say. These are the games where you can do a mistake.
Yeah,
you've got to express that. You've got to allow youngsters to allow that to happen. The game itself, you know, first half hour, you would say it was pretty. We had a lot of the ball, but we weren't really penetrating. We got them quick fire goals, and then we coasted through the game. Second half, would you agree along, like, Luton were absolute credit, they were attacking us, and for me, they looked so much better, them attacking us, rather than them sitting.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in the second half for us, it felt a bit more like a kickabout. I mean, they credit to them, they did try, they got the goal back, and you know, they kept on plugging away, and they didn't abandon ship when it came to going forward for them. You know, they remained defensively solid. It was, I mean, yes, we did relax a lot more in the second half, which helped them. But yeah, Luton could have narrowed the deficit. I mean, if that offside call been given the other way, then yeah,
bless him, he was running off celebrating, didn't he?
Yeah, it would have been game on for the last 25 minutes. You know, it would have been interesting for the neutrals, but for us, for me personally, it wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't the best of.
The main thing is we got through.
Oh yeah, always. At the end of the day, we're through, and as long as we get beyond to the 4th round for the first time in 12 years, I'd be happy.
Yeah, so we got through, which is nice. We want a cup run, don't we?
Yeah.
Right, so there was the potential banana skin there, but we got through it, which is great. Now there's a lot of things happening off the field, as everybody knows. There's a lot of rumours with this transfer, this takeover. We'll start with the takeover first. You know, we've seen Mickey Quinn come out and say it. We've seen a lot of fan accounts as well. It's coming on Twitter saying this, that, and the other. What do you believe in the current situation with the ownership at the moment?
We'll just live until it's signed, sealed, and delivered. You know, we'll just try and get by as well as we can. Really,
are you the type of person who sees it black and white? Then yeah, okay, it's done.
Yeah. That's, you know, I don't want to get excited over false speculation. You know, I don't want to get my hopes up and then just remain disappointed. You know, I want this deal done, and we'll just leave it behind the scenes to as it is.
I mean, we were talking in the podcast because Rob was in our podcast, which will be coming out shortly. You know, speculation. There's only some credible sources to believe. Now, okay, so let's just say it doesn't get announced until after the window, which we're expecting that anyways. Do you think? So that leaves our budget. It's like Rafan's, what does he do? Who does he go for? He's come out and said he doesn't even know his budget, which is, for me, is a massive concern.
It's embarrassing. You know, you know, even long before the window opens, managers want to sort of at least have a plan A in place, a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, etc. And it just doesn't seem that way. Rafa's not being able to do that because of the lack of knowledge of the budget. It's an absolute joke. I mean, we've said it all the time about Ashley. One massive joke, and it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Let us know. Right, one more other thing.
Yep.
Players coming in. We've got a week off now. Yep. We're heading. Well, Swansea boys are heading up. You live down that neck of the woods as well. We've got a week off. What's going to happen in this week? Can we get anybody through the door? Can we get anybody out the door even?
Well, I think it's more likely that we do get players out. I mean, Mitrovic has said he wants to leave. My only surprise with Mitrovic is that he hasn't asked to leave sooner. You know, he's been treated rather poorly, I think, in my opinion. Yes, I mean, he is an aggressive player and he has been punished by Rafa. He's been dropped from the first team now, like every time he seems to lose his head. But if you think about it, Shelvey has been given warning after warning after warning with no such severity of a punishment compared to Mitrovic. So how many warnings does Shelvey get before Mitrovic? There's also Mbemba, who's a good player. He hasn't who hasn't been playing. On Football Manager, he's been linked with Atletico Madrid for me.
Sadly, that's not true though. We wish.
Yeah, we wish, because they would pay big bucks. But I do love Chancel, but in order for him to reach the best player that he can be, he's got to leave.
Yeah. Who would you like to see come in? Give us a name.
A striker, realistically, Danny Ings has been said. Daniel Sturridge, I'd say, is more proven. It's just only his injury proneness is my only doubt.
So the two Liverpool strikers, let us know in the comments down there below. Cheers. Bye.